Okay, so you're here because you want the real scoop. Fast.
Right.
Cut through the hype.
Exactly.
Today we're jumping into Darkest Days. It's this zombie shooter RPG that's coming up.
Yeah, that's pretty intense.
We've got the details, the descriptions, the facts, and our mission, basically, is to pull out the really key stuff, the interesting bits.
So you walk away knowing what's what without feeling like you just read a manual.
Right. Let's dive in.
Okay, so the core idea, I think, is this huge open world. Just bang, sudden zombie apocalypse, everything's gone sideways.
Classic setup, but what's the twist?
Well, it seems to lean heavily not just on shooting, but on exploration, survival, the gritty stuff, and building communities.
Ah, okay. Community building.
That's interesting. Yeah, they describe the world as vast, dark, and captivating. Sounds like the atmosphere is key, and it really pushes those hard survival choices.
Gotcha. So practical stuff, when can we actually play it?
April 24th, 2025. That's the date to circle.
April 24th. And who's making it?
It's developed by NHN.
Okay. And platforms, is it just PC or?
Both, actually. PC on Steam, but also iOS and Android. So mobile, too.
Oh, interesting. Play anywhere kind of deal?
Pretty much. And yeah, it's firmly in that zombie shooting RPG open world survival category. And it's got an R rating.
Right. So expect it to be pretty brutal, I guess.
Definitely not for kids.
Yeah.
The whole multi-platform thing, though, it's smart. Reaching gamers wherever they happen to be.
Makes sense. So gameplay-wise, you mentioned the open world. What's it like?
They're calling it high-quality graphical, so presumably it looks good. But it's populated not just with zombies, but hostile survivors, too.
The classic humans are the real monsters element.
Sort of, yeah. Creates that immediate tension, Who can you trust? What's around the next corner?
And you mentioned communities. That bit caught my ear. How does that work?
It sounds pretty involved. You can actually build shelters, like fortify them, recruit other survivors you find out in the world.
So build your own little town, almost.
Kind of, yeah. Trying to rebuild something. It really makes you think about, leadership and cooperation in that kind of world. Different strategies.
Taps into something fundamental, doesn't it?
Exactly. And the threats, well, obviously zombies. Intense shooting combat is the phrase they used.
Right.
But also other people. Specifically, this group called the Masked Band.
The Masked Band. Okay, so organized human enemies.
Yep. Raises that classic question. Who's more dangerous, the zombies or the other survivors fighting over scraps?
And the shelter building, it's not just cosmetic, right?
No. Seems very functional. Protection, managing resources, even unlocking new facilities or abilities. It's your base of operations.
Makes sense. What about playing with others? Is it solo only?
Nope. They specifically mention dense and engaging multiplayer modes alongside the single-player stuff.
So you can team up or fight each other.
Looks like both. Which is good. Caters to different styles. Lone wolf or team player.
Okay, cool. Anything else jump out on the gameplay front?
Yeah, the story elements seem potentially quite deep. They talk about different survivor groups, like the End People community and a medical supporter community, each with their own background.
So factions with lore.
Seems like it. And there's this thing called the Sheltic Network, described as a mysterious system connecting survivors.
Sheltic Network. Sounds intriguing, like there's a bigger plot going on.
Right. More than just surviving day to day, it hints at a deeper world narrative, how these groups interact, what this network actually is.
And you mentioned fighting other players.
PvP battles are in, plus cooperative raids like defending caravans or settlements, that kind of thing.
Sounds dynamic. What about getting around? Big world needs transport.
Vehicles, definitely. And you can apparently use them to just, mow down zombies.
Nice.
And upgrade them, too. Turn your ride into a weapon. Oh, and get this, the pre-registration reward is an in-game taxi.
A taxi in the apocalypse. That's kind of funny.
Right. But hey, convenient transport from day one.
Good point. Now, is this game just appearing out of nowhere, or has it been tested?
Oh, it's been tested. They did a global test back in February or March. Had nearly 60,000 people involved.
Wow. Okay. So they've presumably ironed out some kinks.
Hopefully. But the really big news for anyone listening is the open beta. Yeah. It started April 24th.
Same day as the launch.
Exactly.
Yep.
Global Open Beta Test, or OBT. No restrictions on time, no content blocked off. And crucially...
Let me guess, progress carries over.
You got it. Whatever you do in the OBT rolls straight into the main game when it officially launches.
That's huge. Basically a chance to start early, risk-free.
Precisely. Try before you, fully commit, but your progress sticks.
Okay, so let's wrap this up. Darkest Days. It's this open-world zombie RPG hitting PC and mobile April 24th.
Yep. Big focus on survival, shooting, but also building communities, dealing with human factions like the Masked Band.
And hints of a deeper story with these different survivor groups and the whole Celtic network thing.
Plus multiplayer, PvP, co-op raids, upgradable vehicles, lots going on.
And most importantly, that open beta starts April 24th. Progress carries over. Your chance to dive in.
Yeah, seems like a lot to explore. Which kind of leads to a final thought.
Go on.
Given everything we've talked about, the zombies, the hostile humans, the need to build shelter and trust, if you were dropped into the world of Darkest Days, what kind of community would you actually try to build? How would you make it work?
That's a good question to chew on. Food for thought for everyone listening.